من طينة اللاعبين الهادئين الذين نجحوا في نحت مسيرة رائعة بلا ضجيج. لعب لبرشلونة والميلان وتألق في البايرن ليصبح أول لاعب غير ألماني يتقلد شارة القيادة في النادي البافاري. مسيرته كمدرب لم تكن أقل نجاحاً من مسيرة اللاعب ليصبح أحد علامات ناديه PSV أيندهوفن. جاء إلى الدوحة لمواصلة الإعداد مع فريقه من أجل المحافظة على الصدارة والتتويج بلقب الدوري الهولندي لكرة القدم.
تماما كما تصنع الطواحين من الريح قوة وطاقة، صنع البلد الصغير المنخفض عن سطح البحر هولندا من سحر كرة القدم اسما وتاريخا. تماما كما الريح طاقة متجددة لا تنضب، ظلت كرة القدم الهولندية كذلك تجدد وظائف نجومها لعبا وتدريبا، تصدرهم يضيئون سماء الكرة العالمية. ضيفنا اليوم من بين هؤلاء بدأ مسيرته في مسقط رأسه ماسبراخت التي تتوسط الحدود البلجيكية الألمانية قبل أن يلتحق بفورتونا سيتارد عن سن 15 سنة. هناك صعد سريعا إلى الفريق الأول المتوج بدوري الدرجة الثانية الهولندي قبل أن يختطف PSV أيندهوفن نجوميته عن سن 22 سنة. هناك كان مع كوكبة النجوم المتوجين ب4 ألقاب دوري ولقب في كأس هولندا و3 ألقاب يوهان كرويف شيلد، وثبت مكانه في الأورانخي منتخب هولندا مع جيل الكبار الذي لعب لاحقا نهائي كأس العالم 2010. ثنائية موسم 2004-2005 مع PSV رجحت انتقاله إلى ألمانيا مع سهري بيرت فان مارفيك الذي كان وقتها يدرب بروسيا دورتموند، لكنه فضل إنهاء عقده في أيندهوفن والانتقال بنهاية الموسم إلى برشلونة في عقد انتقال حر. مع جيل الزمن البرتقالي لنادي برشلونة بقيادة المدرب فرانك ريكارد توج ب4 ألقاب في موسم واحد، أبرزها دوري أبطال أوروبا إثر النهائي الشهير أمام أرسنال. واستطاع هناك فرض اسمه فلعب 24 مباراة دوري و12 في الكؤوس المختلفة رغم منافسة كبيرة على خط وسط. هناك كان يضم الثنائي تشافي وانيستا إضافة إلى إدميلسون وتيكو وتياغو موتا الذي يصنفه ضيفنا كأحد أفضل لاعبي وسط لعب إلى جانبه. فان بومل الذي رفض البوندسليغا قبل برشلونة سرعان ما اختارها بعد موسم واحد في الليغا حين أعلن أولي هونس انتداب أحد أفضل متوسطي الميدان في العالم آنذاك إلى الكبير البافاري بايرن ميونخ. هناك في ألمانيا وجد فان بومل ضالته فاستمر من المواسم 5 وتوج بكل الألقاب المحلية وعددها 6 بينها لقب دوري، ولكن اللقب الأبرز الذي يفخر به إلى الآن هو أنه أصبح سنة 2008 بعد اعتزال الحارس أوليفر كان أول لاعب غير ألماني ينال شارة القيادة في كبير ألمانيا بايرن ميونخ. لم يكن قدوم مواطنه المدرب لويس فان خال بالخبر السعيد لفان بومل، حيث تقاطعت لغة الحوار سريعا وقرر ترك ألمانيا بنهاية عقده وانتقل حرا في يناير 2011 إلى ميلان بعقد ل6 أشهر توج خلالها بسكوديتو في إيطاليا، فقرر التمديد لموسم آخر أضاف خلاله لقب السوبر الإيطالي قبل أن يقرر النجم العودة إلى مداره الأول فعاد إلى PSV في صيف 2012 ليعتزل اللعب بعد موسم واحد هناك. فان بومل اعتزل اللعب لكنه لم يعتزل الميادين فاتجه إلى التدريب، ولا ينكر ضيفنا دور والد زوجته بيرت فان مارفيك في بداية مسيرته التدريبية حين عمل مساعدا له في منتخبي السعودية وأستراليا ودرب بينهما شباب PSV لأقل من 19 سنة. وفي الصيف الماضي أعلن PSV أيندهوفن أن فان بومل أصبح مدرب الفريق الأول خلفا لزميله السابق فيليب كوكو، ومعه يتصدر الدوري الهولندي حاليا ويسير للقبه الأول مدربا. مسيرة فان بومل رحلة نجاحات لا تنتهي، نتوقف عند أبرز منعطفاتها ليكشف ضيفنا أسرارا كثيرة منها ويتحدث في المسكوت عنه في كرة بلد الطواحين. أهلا بالبرتقالي قائد البافاري، أهلا ببطل 4 دوريات أوروبية، أهلا مارك فان بومل.
Mark van Bommel, we are very lucky and happy to have you on our show and as well in Doha. How did your winter training camp go, and how much did your players enjoy the amazing warm weather here in Qatar?
No, we liked it a lot to be here. I came here because I was already here with Bayern Munich a couple of years ago when I was a player. So we were organizing the winter camp, and I would love to go to Qatar because the weather is always good, the pitches are marvelous, that's the most important thing. The hotel is good, everything around, the circumstances are perfect, so that was really important for us.
Yes, as you said, Mark, this is not your first visit to Qatar. You were here in 2011 with Bayern Munich. What do you think of the way the country has developed in the run-up to the World Cup 2022?
I think it's developing all the time in a positive way. And you got the World Cup for 2022. It will be an amazing tournament with, I think, a lot of very good stadiums. And everybody is looking forward. Everybody is talking about Qatar, how they are going to organize everything, but I don't think it will be any problem. Everything is well organized as well for our camp.
How familiar are you now with Aspire Academy?
Aspire is perfect. They arrange everything. If you want to water the pitch, they do it in 2 minutes. If we need some bottles of water or something else, and they're always asking if everything fine. It's really nice to be here.
Mark, how special was it to catch up with all teammates like Arjen Robben and the two Ajax Amsterdam spies, Nigel de Jong and Wesley Sneijder?
No, it was really nice to meet them. It was a reunion of the World Cup 2010.
Exactly.
And we are joking a little bit and talking about everything, how they are doing as a player now with Wesley and Nigel in Doha, Ian at Bayern Munich, and it was special that we are training on that side of the pitch and they on the other side, and everybody was walking around it was nice.
You felt like you were at home.
Yeah, almost at home. It's a little bit curious if you are in Doha and you meet 5 players of the World Cup 2010.
Did you finally get to convince Arjen Robben to join PSV Eindhoven? I mean, did you get finally a big yes from him or not yet?
No, he has to decide himself. Of course, I asked him. It's normal because he's a world-class player. But he has to decide himself, and he has to take his time for a decision, and now he is concentrating to come back in the squad at Bayern Munich.
Mark, you were a legend as a PSV player and maybe one of the most adored players in the history of the club, and now you are a hero as a manager, a big step forward, yet you made it look very easy and simple. How much are you enjoying now coaching PSV Eindhoven?
No, it's really nice to be in the club. I was joining the club in 1999, my first year as a professional player. I stayed for 6 years. I was a couple of years captain, and then you are part of the family. And during my period abroad at Barcelona, at Bayern Munich and Milan, you always stay in contact with the club. I came back. I played 1 year for the club as well. After my retirement, I start already with my trainer license, and now I'm a head coach. I'm proud that I'm a head coach of PSV. It's a big club in Holland, and especially when you are playing for the club and now you're a coach, it's amazing.
Mark, under your management, PSV had an excellent start in the Dutch league. How difficult is it to stay on that winning path?
It's very difficult. We are playing really well, and we hope we can go on with our winning streak. And against Ajax, it was of course a very nice game. If you win 3-0 against your rival, then you're especially happy.
Yeah, you still make it difficult for Ajax Amsterdam, even if you were on the bench.
Yeah. No, it's always nice to play against Ajax. If you are a player or as a coach, it's the same feeling. Although when you are a coach, you cannot involve a little bit, but as a player, it's nicer to play.
Breaking a record like that in the early days of your managerial career must be very special for you and also motivating.
Yeah, it's very special. It's not normal that you win 12 games or 13 games in a row. And of course it's special. And it's a challenge to do it again. But of course you start only one time. And that's very nice that we won a lot of games.
Despite a remarkable start in the Dutch league, your season hasn't been all plain sailing. You were knocked out of the Champions League, the Dutch Cup, and also lost the Dutch Super Cup. What went wrong?
Yeah, it is, you're right. In the league it's going really well. Unfortunately we lost in the cup. We conceded a goal in the last minute. And then in extra time we lost the game. In Champions League we played very well. We played 6 games, only 2 points. But we were leading in 4 games. We were leading against Inter twice. We were leading against Tottenham. Twice, yes. Only Barcelona. But I think we played a very good matches, and we don't have the points that we.
Maybe the players need more experience. They are young.
Yeah, of course we have a really young squad. I think the youngest of all Champions League competitors. So that was for us a very big and very good experience. And the Super Cup was a pity. We lost on penalties. Your
coaching methods have been widely praised around the country. Some went on saying that you are the best Dutch coach since Louis van Gaal. Does this bother you to be compared to Van Gaal, knowing the drama between you two?
Yeah, we had not a really good relationship at the end at Bayern Munich. I went to AC Milan. But to be compared with a big coach as Louis van Gaal is always nice. But I'm just starting my career now as a manager, and I have to prove myself on a longer
But you
term.
did prove yourself so far.
Yeah, it's going well, but
this is a reality. It's not a compliment.
No, but we have to do it on a longer term, I think.
Mark, how is the support of Bert van Marwijk, your father-in-law, to you at PSV, and how does that work in practice?
It's very nice that he can help me, because he had a lot of experience as a coach himself at big clubs, at the national team as well. We work together, and I want him in my technical staff from the start of the season. And it works really well. It's on a natural way, and it's working really good.
Mark, many players in your team are young, talented Dutch players. Most of them came from the under-19 squad under the management of Ruud van Nistelrooy, a superstar, ex-Dutch superstar. How is the coordination between you and Ruud van Nistelrooy?
Very good. I was coaching the under-19 last year.
And you won?
We won the league. And now Ruud is coaching the under-19. We have a very good relationship, because we are developing players to become a first team player. And that's why we have weekly, sometimes daily contact.
Let's move now to your impressive playing career. PSV, Barcelona, Bayern Munich, and Milan. 4 giant clubs, and you had great success with all of them. But which club do you think suited your all-round midfield game the best?
Well, that's difficult to say, because all countries played a little bit different, and the teams were a little bit different. I played with a lot of big stars. But I played the longest at PSV. I played at the beginning 6 years. Afterwards, I played 1 year more, so I played 7 years for PSV. But at all the other clubs, yeah, I cannot choose. It's nice.
You went always on saying that the experience at Bayern Munich was the best.
Yeah, everything was well organized, perfect. We won twice the league and 2 times the.
But with Barcelona, you won the Champions League.
So that's why it's difficult to choose.
No, it's easy.
It's easy.
Yeah. You played one season with Barcelona, you won the Champions League, you won the league, and you won the Supercopa twice. So this is like...
It's four titles in 1 year.
In one season. Now, Mark, when you left Barcelona, the biggest football club in the world, did you believe that there was a better football life elsewhere, honestly, the minute you left Barcelona?
No, for a football player, you're living with a family in a fabulous city with lovely weather. The stadium is perfect. All surroundings are really nice. And then we went from the sun to the snow in Munich. But everywhere where we lived, or in Milan or in Eindhoven, we enjoyed it as a family. And but
in Barcelona, there was the philosophy of Johan Cruyff, of the total football, of the tiki-taka.
Yeah.
This is really special for you as a Dutch player.
As a Dutch player, they have a good connection with each other. That's why Barcelona is playing sometimes with an orange shirt.
Orange.
Yeah, because of the Dutch.
During your time at Bayern Munich, after Oliver Kahn retired, you were selected as captain, becoming the club's first ever non-German captain. How did you deal with that honor and the pressure that went with it?
It was no pressure, but I was really honored because, like you said, I was the first non-German captain of the history of the club. And that was very special. But I'm trying, when I go to a club, as a coach as well, I'm trying to adapt to the club where I'm playing for. I try to teach the language, the culture, the type of living, you know. You have to adapt. Also, we are a small country, so Holland is a small country. And almost, I don't think you are not speaking Dutch.
No, it's very difficult language. I know, welcome.
Yeah, welcome, that's good. But we have to adapt really quick, and I think that's why also they chose me as a captain, although maybe for the leadership as well, you have to be a captain on the pitch, but also offside the pitch for such a big club.
How difficult was it to leave Bayern Munich and make the move to Italy?
It was not easy, because it isn't normal when you are a captain and you leave in January. Normally a captain stays at the club. But the situation was not easy. We had a little argument with Louis van Gaal. And then I made my decision to go to Milan. And that was a really nice and very good step that I came in the club. I played 1.5 years. It was also...
But what happened exactly with Louis van Gaal?
Yeah, we had some
time.
arguments with some discussions about situations on the pitch, and we were not agreeing. And I was his captain, so he said, no, I'm not agree with you. I said, I'm not agree with you, so it's better to go to split.
Yes. How do you see Milan without Galliani and under the Chinese investment now?
Yeah, it's difficult to speak about that situation, because when I was playing there, Berlusconi was the boss, and now it changed to the Chinese. But I love playing for Milan as well. We won the Scudetto, we won the Super Cup, and how the situation is now at Milan, it is not easy because they are not playing for the Scudetto. They changed several things in the board, in the staff as well, so it's difficult to judge.
As a player, Mark, you made it to the greatest stage of all, a World Cup final. You came runners-up in 2010. How much did that defeat hurt?
Yeah, it was my worst game, I think.
Nightmare.
Yeah, nightmare. And 1 month before, we lost the Champions League final with Bayern Munich against Inter of Wesley Sneijder.
And Jose Mourinho.
Yeah, and Arjen Robben and I were playing for Bayern Munich. And then we came together, we went to the World Cup, and what should have been the most beautiful day became the worst.
Post the heartbreak of the World Cup qualifiers, the UEFA Nations League provided an ideal platform for a new beginning for the Oranje with a rich crop youngster. Netherlands knocked Germany and France, and they are now in the semi-finals. Do you feel finally that the days of the total football are back?
Yeah, it's difficult for Holland to be on a top level for a couple of years because we are a small country. But now we are having some very good talents as well in my squad. We get some new international players with Pablo Rosario, Denzel Dumfries and Steven Bergwijn. So they're really young. They are playing with a lot of other young players, and I think they can achieve something. But it's always difficult to predict, of course.
Do you feel Holland's football future is safe, is totally safe? And where do you see Holland in 2022?
It's not totally safe because you never know, but we are on a good way to play on a certain level that we can compete with the big countries. And I hope and I think that we are going to qualify for Qatar 2022.
And the incredible, successful life of Mark van Bommel, is there anything missing?
No, you're really well prepared. Every question you could have asked me, you asked, so it was really nice to be here.
So there's nothing missing in your life?
No, I have a very nice family.
Up in a star?
Nice family, and I hope I will be so successful as a coach that I was as a player.
You will.
Thank you.
Now, Mark, we finish up with our curious test. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
A round of quick questions. I need you to answer by one word or 2 words max.
Okay.
Which coach brought the best in you?
Bert van Marwijk.
The dearest club to your heart?
PSV.
Greatest club you never played for?
Tottenham Hotspurs.
Best defensive midfielder in the world?
Nigel de Jong.
Most influential player you have played alongside?
Bastian Schweinsteiger.
Best goal?
Goalkeeper.
No, best goal you have scored?
England, Holland, I think 2001 was a long strike from a long distance. It was the first goal of the game.
Biggest regret in your life?
Going away at Bayern Munich.
Most dangerous striker you have played against?
Zlatan Ibrahimovic.
Best player in the world right now?
I like Thiago Silva,
Your idol?
my father.
Best player in the history of football?
Johan Cruyff.
Thomas, Ruben, René, who is a future football star like father, like son?
Both Ruben and Thomas.
Now, short messages to these.
Okay.
Ronald Koeman.
Good luck at the Nations Cup.
Marco van Basten.
Very good question. It's not my friend.
Luis van Gaal.
Also not my friend.
Wesley Sneijder.
Very good friend.
Nigel de Jong.
Also very good friend. Nice guy.
Message to Arjen Robben.
Come to PSV.
Massimiliano Allegri.
One of the biggest coaches in Italy.
So we're done, Mark van Bommel. Thank you so much. It was a nice interview. It was a real pleasure, I swear.
Thank you for me as well that I'm being in your show. Really nice. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Shukran.